Hello and welcome back to Purple Mafia. Remember me? It's been a while, so my apologies. I did kind of warn that it would be a few weeks because of the lawn cleanup season, and then something else kind of came up. Unfortunately, I ended up having to get a new car unexpectedly. So, yeah, so that didn't help. Last week, probably should have had a video, but I didn't. And plus, I don't know, it was kind of a late game and wanted to jump into the podcast and all of that. But what did we miss out on since the last video? J.J. McCarthy kind of going into the void, basically, like dropping off the face of the earth, worst quarterback rating ever, and da 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 da. Then you have then you have the concussion, and then Max Brosmer comes in, and he's even worse, and he looked like Trent Dilfer when he was with the Buccaneers with the ridiculous like shovel, whatever the heck it was, pick six type of deal. Yeah, and then you see J.J. McCarthy have best game of his career so far. Wonderful building block against a battered, injured Washington Commanders team that dropped to 3-10, and then the quarterback in Jaden Daniels, who had a dislocated elbow, miraculously returning today because did not have any major did not have any tears of any tendons or anything. It was like literally a miracle that happened. I mean, it was just a dislocation. I it's praise the Lord basically for that. But unfortunately, he did end up going out with like landing on it hard, that type of thing. So Mariota came in, and I don't know, it just didn't work out for the Commanders at all. A 31-0 victory for the Minnesota Vikings. So after getting shut out in the Max Brosmer debacle last week, and I'm not ripping Max Brosmer, but just it was a debacle of a game because the coaching staff didn't prepare Max Brosmer. He wasn't prepared to play in that game. Not because he is poor at preparation, but I thought the coaching staff didn't have the proper game plan for him, which a lot of people may have thought that O'Connell could be in trouble. After today, you finally saw the adjustments that this team should have made, like week 2 or something, like week 3, something like that. Yeah, well, maybe it's the season opener. Instead of throwing the ball like way too much, you saw a balanced offense. Funny, it looked pretty good. Yes, Washington's banged up and hurt and everything, but it's still an NFL team. You still got to play against them. They still could beat you. I mean, things happen. We've seen lousy teams come in and beat the Vikings. We've seen it happen, and I don't think the Washington Commanders are a lousy team. It's just a lousy season for them, kind of like the Vikings. They're probably not as bad as their record, but it's been a lousy season because of poor game plan, I think, in a lot of ways. Obviously, a rookie quarterback who was way off, but again, I don't think the game plan really helped him. Sorry if I keep fidgeting around. But McCarthy, 16 of 23, 163 yards. It's like, that's it? Yeah, but 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Finally. No fumbles lost. No fumbles lost, no interceptions. It's like about time. 129.2 quarterback rating. That'll help. So we'll get out of that historically horrendous quarterback rating for J.J. McCarthy. So he's going to escape some of that, and that's wonderful. It's still an NFL team. If a quarterback does not belong in the NFL, the Washington Commanders would have made him look like a fool today. So that's extremely encouraging to see J.J. McCarthy show up and play at this level. Again, he didn't throw even for 200 yards in the game, but partially because the offense was balanced. Isn't that nice? And honestly, Jordan Mason looked like the better running back for a while, but then Aaron Jones kind of was like joined the party, so to speak. 14 rush attempts for Aaron Jones, 76 yards. 5.5 a carry. Wow, that's exciting. Jordan Mason got in the end zone on 11 carries, 52 yards, about 4.7 yards a carry. So that feels really nice to see a balanced offense. That's 128 yards just between those guys. Then you add McCarthy with 19, with 19 on 6 rushes. So what are we at? 128 plus 19, and you just keep going. And then Zadarius Scott also ran for 15 yards. So we're talking up to about 150 yards rushing on the ground. So on the ground, yeah, 155 yards on the ground. That sounds a little better. You also saw something that this team wasn't doing at all. The defense is as good as the defense would be. They'd, pressure and this and that, and they'd knock the ball down or whatever, deny the pass, this and that. And then ultimately the offense wouldn't do jack bleep, and then they wouldn't get the big turnover, and then the defense would finally get tired, and the other team would run over the Vikings, whoever the other team was, like the Eagles or whoever, the Atlanta Falcons especially. That was just ugh, just run right over us like we're nothing. But today the turnovers happened. A couple of interceptions in the game, which was wonderful. Really greatly appreciated Eric Wilson, another unbelievable game, another sack, 6 total tackles. Cashman 10 tackles. Harrison Smith had an interception in the game. Um, like Wilson had no. The other guy had an interception was Andrew Gingle. Almost got in the end zone. Almost had a pick six, and that was the play where Mr. Jaden Daniels was pushed and landed on his um, elbow. Unfortunately, that was again kind of like a block by Thomas, basically knocking him down. So nope, that wasn't Thomas. Yes, it was. I'm getting mixed up in my head, but it's still one way or another. It was a wonderful overall game by the Minnesota Vikings. Wonderful overall game by the Vikings against a team that was, obviously banged up, big time banged up. It's just been as PA would call it, a bastard of a season for the Washington Redskins, excuse me, Washington Commanders, but a bastard of a season for the Minnesota Vikings as well. Um, yeah, but whatever it was, I mean, it was a nice to see these steps forward by J.J. McCarthy. No, it's not a giant step forward, even though it was a really good game. Giant step forward to being able to put this together 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row, something like that, or 5 or 6 out of 7, 8, that type of thing. Then you're seeing giant steps. Like, say, if next year McCarthy's quarterback rating is 110 in November, and that's after like playing every game, and he's got, you know, way more touchdowns than interceptions, that kind of thing. And right now, what does he have? 9 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, I believe, or is he evened up now? Which would be even better. Nope, 9 and 10. 9 and 10. Yep, because he came into the game, McCarthy, that is, came into the game with 6 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Oof. I mean, it was painful stuff. Painful. Quarterback rating of 57.9. Yeah, but well, it's going to be significantly higher after a game like today. So we'll take it. We'll take it every way we can. With that said, so I've gone on long enough. Thank you so much for watching. Be ready to check out the podcast. It's coming out tonight. Purple Mafia Podcast on your favorite podcasting apps. What do you think? Apple Podcast, Spotify, and so many others. So thank you so much, and we'll be back next week against after playing the Dallas Cowboys. That one might be recorded Monday morning. We'll see.